Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you guys doing alright. No, I am. So, sitting here, listening to a little reading, and it's talking about my weak ass adversary, Shadow Warrior. And it's saying that one of their main tools is confirmation, gossip. And as this woman is talking about it, I guess my father jumped on me because I started immediately analyzing gossip, and quickly I determined gossip is a demon's trick. You know how people say, I'm on demon time. Alright, believe them. Get it? Now, my father said there's spirits, evil spirits, and then there's devils. The word devil means liar. It doesn't mean a fucking boogity boogity. It means you and me. Every time we do this and don't know what we're talking about. Now, if you don't know what you're talking about, the Lord will forgive you because you're an idiot. How can you expect an idiot to have the answers? See, gossip, on the other hand, means you do know the answers. What did Satan do to Eve? He whispered in her ear. What do gossipers do? They whisper in your ear. Who did he go to? The weaker one. Eve is not weaker because she's a woman. Eve is weaker because she didn't have as much time with the Lord and practicing the law. That's what makes Adam stronger, is because he had more time with personal training. So he already knew he had resisted the temptation, or he's living around the thing for God knows how long. No pun intended. So, he was content with what he had, and then he had an overwhelming feeling of, I still need something. And because he didn't bite that fucking apple, he got his reward. Get it? And unfortunately, with immaturity, with being birthed second, means you're weaker. Not in strength, in knowledge. You don't have a choice. Every baby's born dumb. Well, not all of us. Some kids just seem to have that in them. They just seem to know that they're talking early. They're fucking telling your old ass you wrong. And you know it. And you tell them, shut your mouth, do what I say. Don't fucking correct me. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, because this is a revelation. I could be wrong, or a revealing of knowledge for myself, whatever you want to call it. I realize gossip is, unfortunately, a good tool, It's the same thing as telling truths about somebody on the opposite. Everything has its opposite side and its opposite effect. Sound the horns, my daddy in the building. Now, when you're showing love and telling people's truths, it spreads their story. People will feel more comfortable to be around that person if they're doing good things. Other people that are like that person will want to be around that person because they're like, oh, we're the same, You like basketball? I like basketball. And gossip does the opposite effect in all those ways. And I realize, it's sad. It's sad because a lot of people, man or woman, a lot of you niggas, a woman said this shit yesterday. Everywhere I go, they keep saying it more and more. Yo, you dudes is female minded. You're a female. You can walk, talk, work, you could do all that, but you fucking gossip like a bitch. Like a bitch. Because niggas don't gossip. Men don't gossip. We talk about real shit. We don't talk about lies on you. No, we talk about, if I talk about why I hate you, don't like you, it's because there's a fucking reason. That's why. Men talk about hate. I hate that nigga. Like Kendrick said, I hate the way that you talk, the way that you dress. I hate everything about you, nigga. Get it? Because the Most High said, there's a time for everything. There's real, and then there's fake, and then there's cosplayers. So, on our side, we're not allowed to hate you. We have to hate what you're doing. Because what you're doing makes you a bitch. And you don't know it, though, because you can mask it. You can hide it. You get it? It's a fucking joke. But I realized it taught me a very valuable lesson on the power level of intelligence in people's brains. Everybody that they ran to and told, why do you think they came to you? For my viewers, when someone gossips to you, why do you think they came to tell you? 'Cause you're cool? 'Cause they know you're gonna keep a secret? No, 'cause you're Eve, motherfucker. You're young-minded. They know you'll believe anything. You don't have the capacity to go back to God, the wolf god, and say, hey, wolf god, if I bite that apple, if I believe this fucking lie, you get it? And this is why my father be punishing people. Because the first thing y'all gonna say is the same goofy shit like Eve did. When the truth gets revealed, you know, and my father reveals that the devil's a liar like he always does, everybody starts feeling stupid for the things they said, did, or thought about a person. Yeah, he probably is a scumbag. Probably is, or whatever they told me. Blah, 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 right? And then you realize off that truth, you have a lack of intelligence. That's what makes the people that just run their mouth, that's why you hide, or you come back, and then you just want to fucking play like, I don't know, that someone ran in your mouth, and, you know, someone ran in your ear already. That's why when I met you, it was all bubbles and roses, and then you got shady like everybody else, and then you got you're curved now, you know? It's pathetic. It really is. But I'm not mad at you, because I understand why they chose you. Because you're weak-minded, where you won't just go ask people. You don't want to know the truth. It's like watching a fucking TikTok or something, and your favorite person on there said whatever, and then you believe it, and then 3 days later you find out that shit ain't even true. You're like, what the fuck? I believe that shit like a motherfucker. He had me convinced. You know? I'm not going to say I don't fall victim to that. But I'm not a dumbass to not ask anybody or research anything of anything someone tells me. If it ain't me figuring out, nigga, I don't believe you. It sound good. Thanks for the endorphins of, oh, I want to believe that. I want to believe they're scum. But my father taught me, judging people and you're wrong, you're going to a special place for that. It's like when people say, I know he's a bad person, he's going to hell. How the fuck do you know? How many years do they still have left to change their life? They might change their life and do more good than you ever did in your whack-ass entire life. That's what the Lord says, you mere mortal men. You don't get to judge. Not even the men that I send down there. When you judge, it's because, you know, people are doing things to you, and I'm gonna come for them. You're not judging them. You're telling them, your time is coming. You're done. I'm not judging you. I'm telling you what the fucking Bible says, and you did exactly what the people out the Bible did. So what do you think you're gonna get? You can get what they got. You can get what Pharaoh got. Hardened heart, so you could be ignorant again and really think you're gonna get away. You get it? Anyway, I noticed, like I said, it's like demon shit, but it's not. It's physical. That's why there's a difference between when you ghosts and devils, demons. You know, you see how they all have their own word? It's because they all have their own place. Which one means a man and a woman? You know? I think it would be devil. Because when you look up the fucking word of it, it means a liar. All three of those things can lie, because all three of those things supposedly can talk. But only one walks amongst us, and we can see them, and we're affected by them. And they do exactly what the ghost and the spookies do. They speak in your weak ass ear, and because you're weak hearted, or because you're envious, or you hate a little bit, or whatever. See, I realized just like the Satan was Adam and Eve's test, these devils are the weak people's test. My test, like I said, everyone I ever met in my entire life. I think this is something that we all need to realize. This is the power and the fucking glory that when the Lord said, I made you perfect, I'm starting to understand it. It's because we're part of the story. And your choices determine what side you're on. So, we're all, we're making this thing go. We're all making this thing go. And it all depends on what you do. Now, I'm not telling anybody to be super brave, super Dave, or whatever. But these regular things, like being a kind person, even if you're a bad person, I don't want to hear that shit, Sharif. When I grew up and I wanted to be a hood and I wanted to be fucking gangster and shit, I wanted to be like them niggas that was loved in the hood, not feared in their hood. They was loved, they was feared by other gangsters and other motherfuckers but in their neighborhood, they were loved like a fucking king. They were the underground king out there. They was the mayor out there. When they came out there, niggas are fucking, and it's because that person did all that wickedness and he gave back and he knew never to destroy the people completely. No, I gotta get the big piece of the pie. There's always gonna be these things. No one's gonna tell me I can't sell something when you don't own the earth you stand on. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can do? On certain levels, yes, because we all need regulations. But, now everybody else gets to monopolize having a fucking job you can make up, and everybody else can't. And that doesn't make any sense to me, but let's not talk about that. The gossip shit is really, really such a connective thing. Like, all these things I realize only show me how much more we're all connected. And even though I spend so much time alone, like, I couldn't understand, like, yo, Lord, why the fuck can't I have a life like the rest of these people and shit? Why I gotta be this soldier, but that's not a soldier, and all this fucking weird shit? It's because I get to fucking be the part of life. I get to be the mouthpiece. I get to be the one to say, I ran through niggas, I ran through their fucking spiritual tricks, I ran through their gossip and lives. I will show you how to do this, son, and I'm not Jay-Z, nigga. There's not too many niggas that can talk like me, but there is a lot of people that can talk like me, because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the others that either came before me or that are out there right now. Because we're all a part of his story. And that's the beautiful thing about Daddy. He lets us choose which side, How long are you going to be on the other side? How much more do I got to prove my father's real? thing about coming to his side, it's not like joining men. Any man, you can always, yeah, okay, I pledge my allegiance, and then they'll ask you to do things to perform to show your allegiance. You know, the Lord says, don't harden your heart. Why do you think Anubis weighs your heart against a feather, and if it has hatred in it, you're done? You know, like it's sort of like your heart is hardened. It's gangster now. You have no feeling. And that's like the thing everybody teaches everybody. I hear even good people teach, you just gotta be heartless in this world. You gotta let go of that fit. No, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? That's what got me through all this shit. Is the love. Not feeling heartless and I gotta go Vegeta. I gotta go Vegeta. Vegeta ain't win this war for me. The Goku side did, the love. I loved myself enough to keep going. I love the truth enough to believe that it'll eventually come out. That's what standing on the truth is. You know? It makes your life really difficult. Oh yeah. Because the truth hurts. Are you living the truth? Are you not becoming the whatever it is you're supposed to be in your story? I tell people, the Lord didn't put us down here, you know, not all of us, to observe. And just because he put you on the bottom doesn't mean you're not a king. It doesn't mean you don't get shit done. It doesn't mean your actions don't have, shape on the world. All the things I've ever done shaped where I was. Because it changed, sound the horns, because the people around me choose to change. And then that changes things. But that wouldn't have happened unless I changed myself first. You know? Anyway. Little lesson on gossip and some other quick things. I want to talk crazy to you people that are, but then I'm just talking to myself because people still gossip to me and I be listening. I just don't pay attention to this shit because I truly don't give a fuck about nobody else's life or their downfall or their ups. Or I want to hear about the good shit people do, even the bad guys. I'm tired of fucking rapping about bad shit. I realize that. That's why I be rapping about all the sexual shit now, because that's something that makes everybody happy. You could be a bad person or a good person. Everybody want to have good sex. You know what I mean? Unless you never had it before and you're just like, no, sex is the Most High wouldn't approve. He just said go out there and multiply. And what you do behind closed doors is your business. But I can see you, nigga. Oh, love. All praise to the Most High. For real, though. For my viewers, because I doubt the people here gonna listen. Really think about when people come and tell you gossip and shit, you know what I mean? It's not always gonna come back really bad on you. Like, because I'm sure a lot of people in this town believed and spread some gossip on me. And they'll never be revealed or hated on or whatever. But I realize the Lord does things like make you have regret and feel bad, because he's in control of all those things. So when he turns that all the way up on 10, then these people will have to change and reflect on themselves and they'll feel bad. And then the smart ones will not want to live with the guilt and shame, because that's effective, that's infectious. Eventually the people around you will be like, yo, I can't be around you. You're all depressed and shit, always in your mind. What the fuck are you thinking about? What's wrong with you? Something's off today, So that's when you got to transform. You got to admit you had a lack of knowledge. It's not that you're a bad person like the other people. they knew what they were doing. You know, like Satan. Eve wasn't a fucking super wicked person. Who the fuck don't want to be like God? Even the devils want to be like, you get it? Everybody want to be like the Most High. That's the easiest trick to make you go against him ever. You know? Come on. I don't know if I was the first person. I don't know if I was her. I don't know if I would have been able to fall for that. With the amount of lack of knowledge that she had and time actually around. You know, being the first person lied to, I think you're gonna fall for it. So, shout out, ladies. Don't let these niggas make you feel bad. You know what I mean? Most High said, don't blame her, nigga, you bit it. And you had more wisdom, so you're definitely responsible.